Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your February 2021 love reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, once again, a reminder not to be fooled by anybody commenting to you in the comment box, pretending to be me, offering you a reading, saying just email me here and I'll be able to read for you. That is not me. That is a scammer. Do not be scammed. Okay, with that said, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it is comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Now let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. And I'm going to be doing things just a little bit differently to kind of just change things up a bit. Aquarius, February 2021, building and calling love into your life. Aquarius, February 2021, building and calling love into your life. Aquarius, February 2021, building and calling love within your life. Now, this is going to be a rather different love reading than what we're normally used to seeing. This is going to be focusing on the self, on building and calling love into your being, into your life, into your world. Because so much of the world is sad and overwhelmed, and there isn't love there. There's anger, there's chaos, there's hurt, there's pain. But this is to help people center themselves on the love and the beauty and the prosperity that can call them forward. And that can be such an integral and beautiful part of your being that people just sit there and are kind of blown away by your essence, by your aura, by the energy that is surrounding you. Okay. And this is for anybody who's in a relationship, who's looking to be in a relationship, who's happily single, just to have this love be in your life. It's such a beautiful thing. So let's see here. Aquarius, angels and spirit guides, guide this reading. Guide, show me clearly and guide this reading, angels. Ooh. Okay, so let's see how far this takes us. Oh, perfect. I love that. Beautiful. And now let's look at your chakra energy. Aquarius, February 2021, building and calling love into your life. Aquarius, February 2021, building and calling love into your life. Aquarius, February 2021, building and calling love into your life. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. And now this is going to be the chakra energy where we need to kind of work on a bit, where there's going to be blockages or, that has been holding us back So let's see here. We have universal light, letting that light shine forward, Aquarius. There's been a timidity around that, a sense of, can I be that light? Can I have this sensuality of being, be part of my aura, be part of myself, be part of my power? And the answer is yes, of course you can. And the thing that we have problems with here, with this, and I'm going to put this card down in just a moment, but we tend to think beauty looks a certain way. We tend to think, happiness looks a certain way. Anybody can be beautiful. Anybody can be happy. It is a radiance of being that shines outwards, that people are attracted to, that people are drawn to. Maybe not all people, but you don't want to attract everyone. You want to attract the right ones for you. And that's, I think, what we tend to forget. We want everybody to just say how gorgeous we are and how wonderful we are. And that's great if you can get it, but that also comes with a heck of a lot of backlash, right? But if you have this radiance and this beauty to you, and people see it, and people are drawn to it, it's creating a very powerful world around you, a very powerful energy space for you. The I Am Presence, the Crown Chakra, which is my absolute favorite chakra card. And then Inspiration, the Sacral Chakra. The Sacral Chakra is where a lot of negativity is held from this life and from past lives. So here, when we have inspiration coming, we have a new dawn, a new day, a new power coming into your sensuality, into your sexuality, into your expression of passion and truth and of self. So we have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. So if you're born on the cusp with Capricorn energy, this is funny because you came up in Capricorn's reading, Aquarius. This is going to be a very strong connection here. And you also have the Queen of Swords, air sign energy, which is, of course, you. So that's very, very interesting, that pairing right here. You're setting yourself free from an addiction, from pain, from a disappointment, from a way of being that just isn't right for you. It's just not who you are anymore. It leads you to the Ace of Wands and to Aquarius, to you shining forward, the very essence of you coming forward. And then it has Justice and the Eight of Pentacles. So Justice is Libra energy, amplified by the Queen of Swords, but it is also the discernment in the hard work that you're doing, in the way that you are moving yourself forward. So there's a powerful shift that's going on here. We're starting off with universal light. We're starting off here with this power, with this coming together of yourself. The universal light is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. It is the beauty, it is the passion, it is the being that guides you forward. It is the power and purpose of self. And so when we talk about relationships, and we talk about love, and we talk about strengthening our love in the world, this isn't going to be about how to have more sex and how to, have everybody fall at your feet. It's just not going to be that. This is a reading that increases your energy vibration, that starts to bring love and a happiness and a centering into yourself. I'm a firm believer in the art of Carezza. So the art of Carezza is a spiritual coupling. And I have that linked in the description box below if you want to read more about it. Of course, Google away. It is really quite beautiful. Now, it is non-orgasmic love. Now, if you take it to that extreme, you can. But you can also take it to where the orgasm isn't the main goal of the relationship, of the coming together of people. It is the building of warmth, of caring, of love, of security, of safety, of respect. And when you have this universal light coming forward, it can be that love hasn't really been seen like that before. That love is something that builds you up, right? It's something that you need in your life. But it's also something that you hunger for. It's something where you find people and you think, oh, wow, this person loves me, but they always have contingencies to it. There's always a web to it. And the universal light coming forward is having this love, this sensuality of being in your present moment, being a part of you, being a powerhouse of you, and moving you forward in a way that you hadn't anticipated, in a way that is really quite powerful. And it brings you to the I Am Presence. The I Am Presence is how you talk about yourself. It is the way that you converse with your divinity within your soul. And so this is the way we talk to ourselves in our heads. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you were so stupid. I can't believe that you failed at that. Like those nasty things that we say to ourselves that we would never say to anybody else. But the I am presence is supposed to be, I'm strong and I am powerful and I am prosperous and I am enough and I have bounty in my world and I am living my truth and my dream. Not, I can't stand this. I don't want to live like this anymore. And why I say the negative, I know people say, Jane, why do you say the negative? Just focus on the positive. Well, that's the positive's all well and good. But we don't only live in a bubble of positivity. And I know when people sit there and they start listing positive things to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally there. I totally get that. I totally think like that. And then all of a sudden, when they start to say the negative, I sit there and I step back and I'm like, oh, that's me too. I get really mad at myself and super disappointed, and I expect more from me than I'd ever be able to give in a moment or in a time. So here, seeing those negative things, it brings it to the forefront. And it's like, oh, that's where I need to work on. Like, that's what I need to know. That's where I need to focus my energy, my time, to build a crown of my truth, a crown of my power, a crown of my prosperity, of my bounty. Because the sacral chakra that's coming forward, this inspiration, is building you up. It's moving you forward. So when we have the sacral chakra, this is where a lot of negativity comes from past lives. It comes from our DNA line too. So you might sit there and have this way of looking at love, and it can actually be really broken. A lot of people have really broken ways of thinking of love. And I was going to say it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing. Love is mutual. Love is kind. Love is respectful. Love sees you when the rest of the world doesn't. And so many times we have people in our lives that see us, but in just the way that they want to see us, not the whole being of us. So as you're moving forward in your life, we have this way of picking up what people like about us and what people don't. So we squelch part of ourselves. So the inspiration, the sacral chakra, is saying here, what part of you are you denying? What part of you has been traumatized, either through your DNA line, through the hurts and pains that you were raised with, okay? Or the fact that you've observed, like your parents didn't have a good relationship, or the people who raised you didn't have a good relationship. Nothing was ever stable. There was yelling, there was screaming. Love became violence, you know? Is it within your past life self where you have these trepidations about things and you're not really sure where they come from or why they're there? Inspiration, the sacral chakra, to be inspired by your truth, by your passion, by your power, is an extraordinary thing. And it's a new dawn for you. Just visualize for a moment your sacral chakra, visualizing it starting to beat, kind of like a heartbeat. And see that power, see it breaking away the shell that is around it, the doubt, the fear, the negativity, as you step into your truth. Because Aquarius, you're done with being bound. Okay, the devil here, it bounds us. It is, now the devil is a form of chaos. So when we say the devil, I always thought it was quite negative or unfair for Capricorn to have the devil as their sign in the tarot. But it's very down to earth. It's very earth-centric. And the way that you combat the devil, so the devil is chaos, right? And the devil is a construct of all these nature gods, okay? All these pagan nature gods that when Christianity swept through, took them and assimilated them into the worst things possible. You know, instead of just simply being a part of nature, which chaos is a part of nature, it is an intrinsic part of nature. That's why the weeds grow in the garden. That's why the snow falls everywhere. They took it and made it into something bad. It isn't something bad. It is simply something that is. So when we talk about the addictive nature of human beings, it is bad, right? If you go to an extreme, but it is also something that is. It's like, I'm not addictive, I'm competitive. I'm not, angry, I'm just being strong-minded. That type of thing. You can spin them all to have their positive connotations. And here, with the chaos, with the anger, with the doubt, with the fear, with the upset, you are seeing so much of what has held you back, so much of what has kept you small and kept you silent and kept you overwhelmed. And now you're going to be breaking those addictions. You're going to be breaking those patterns. Now, they're the addictions within life. You could be trying to escape, and that could lead to addictions, but it can also lead to a sense of following the same patterns within relationships. And those are models that either you found somebody who was a wound mate who hurt you the same way that other people had hurt you. Kind of, you see that pattern within them where it starts off really nice. They say all the nice things. They say everything that feels right. And then all of a sudden, you'll never be good enough. All of a sudden, you're being criticized for what you eat, for what you wear, for, how you talk to your friends. Everything is not right. And here, it is breaking that. It's saying, no, that's not love. That's not love. That's fear. That's control. I'm not living in that world anymore. And it can be that you were avoiding that world. That could have been the relationship that you grew up seeing. And you're like, I don't want that to be a part of my life. And so you're starting to set yourself free. You're represented by the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is nobody's fool. Passion, power, knowledge, truth, cutting through doubts and fears, standing and claiming your voice. The swords, and you are represented by the swords in the Minor Arcana, Aquarius. The swords are the only weapon in the tarot. Now you can argue and say the wands are a weapon. Sure, but they're also a walking stick. It can be a plant. It could be a lot of things. But a sword is a sword. It can be used ceremonially, but it's also always used to denote rank and denote power. And that's what you are claiming within yourself. This passionate, beautiful rank to shine as brightly as you want. This power of your soul, this power of yourself to lead you forward to what is more. And the Queen of Swords cuts through the doubts and the fears. It cuts through the chains that bond. And what you're going to see here is it brings forward a beautiful expression of self, a beautiful power of self as you claim your truth, as you step into your knowing. Now, with having the Queen here, this is going to be a time for you where you don't need to be center stage, where you're going to be more behind the scenes. It's going to be the little things that truly matter to you, not the big things. You're like, okay, big things, that's great. But you want the day-to-day. You want the little things that make you feel secure, that make you feel bountiful. You then have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, you see it very much as a phallic symbol right here, right? So it can be holding on too tightly to either what the masculine thinks, okay, and not enough to the feminine pleasure of life, the slow, steady build-up. But this can also be to holding too much into passion, holding on too much to passion, sitting there and saying, it has to be constructed this way. And what you're going to be crowned with here, and what you are crowned with, is a palace within your mind, a kingdom within your truth, to see the ebb and flow of passion in a different way, in a slow and steady build-up, in a release and in a coming together. And it's saying here, let that light shine. Let that passion build you. Let that power guide you forward. It moves you to the star. It moves you to the highest form of your perfection. It moves you to stepping into the very essence of yourself. You're represented by the star. Aquarius, if you can kind of fight through negativity, you can own the whole entire world. I mean, quite seriously. You can have the world open to you in a way that is quite extraordinary. This is looking at the highest form of your perfection. This is looking at what it is that you desire within your life, what it is that you are calling forward within your truth. You're embracing your power. You're looking at what it is that makes you soar. And this is what you've been wishing for. Now, do note that divinity isn't looking at the crossed fingers, oh, I wish for this or that. It is looking for the deeper truth, the deeper wish, the soul's wish. So this isn't getting what you want. This is getting what you need. And it transcends you. It does. It moves you forward. It elevates you in such a way that you start to see your I am presence. You really start to pay attention to the way that you are talking to yourself, to the way that you are calling passion into your life. Because you can live Carezza. And I know it sounds funny to say, but you can live the art of sensuality. And it's not by dressing a certain way. It's not by being provocative or, having huge muscles or anything like that. It's about exuding this sensuality of self, exuding this comfort within your own skin, this passion within your being, this beauty within your soul. And so the art of caressing is the art of being present within your life, the art of being in the now. They say that the past is living in pain and the future is living in, is living in delusion. The present is all that we have. And I thought about it for a moment. I thought, well, delusion is a bit harsh, but it's in the make-believe. So if we're always living for the make-believe, then yes, you can say that can translate to delusion. And the past, no matter, even if we're living in the best moments of the past, we're just wishing for things to be what they once were. That's living in pain, because your now will never be your then. It just never will be. And what you're seeing here, when you're looking forward, when you're looking at the stars, when you're looking up at the greatness, when there's so much more to you than you could ever have imagined, that's when you're in the present. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath, feel your life caressing over you. Embrace that. Embrace your truth. Embrace your power, because it leads you here to justice. It leads you to a balancing of the scales, a coming together of your truth. Justice isn't just being just to everybody. It's discernment. It's the energy you let in. It's the energy that you release. It's saying, I don't need to have people I don't like around me. I don't need to have anger, doubt, and fear being a part of my existence anymore. I get to live in the love and in the life that I want. And that gets to move me forward. I am calling forward this balance. I am calling forward this truth. I am embracing this understanding. And that's where the justice comes. I always looked at justice like, how can you be just to everybody? And it would always make me just a bit nervous, because it's like, okay, just be just and fair to everyone. Upset no one. Here's the thing. You are automatically going to upset somebody with just your very existence. And it's nothing more than just your face, right? Or the tone of your voice. People aren't going to like you for whatever reason. You can't be just to everybody. You can't be fair to everybody. You can't. So when you're being just, be just to the energy that is a part of you. Be just to the power of your soul, to the coming together of your spirit. And then you have the 8 of Pentacles. Prosperity, bounty. Your hard work paying off. The sculpting of the love that you want. Now, 8 here, all right, is also, it's a very controlling number. And we have that with the Capricorn energy, the kind of like list making, everything neat and in its place type of energy coming forward. So there's a warning here not to get caught up in how, but in the energy of it simply being. Because you're going to want to sit there and kind of like make a map out of it, plan everything out, and then say, okay, I'm going to live in the moment because I have every moment kind of mapped out, every contingency planned for. This is a sense of stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping into yourself, stepping into your truth, stepping into your body, stepping into your passion, stepping into your power, and opening up your world. It's going to be extraordinary, but it can also be frightening. The way that you move forward and the power that comes in. This is your hard work. This is your effort. This is your determination paying off. Now your subconscious chakra message is flexibility, the sacral chakra. Embracing the flexibility of your spirit, of your soul, of your sensuality, of your sexuality. It's sitting there and saying that I'm embracing the power, and the spirit is saying here, prism, that is me. The kind of rainbow of existence of my emotions, of my desires, and of the way I move forward. Here, it is moving into wisdom. It is moving into enlightenment. And it's letting your sensual presence be part of that enlightenment, be part of that coming together, be part of that power, and be part of your truth. It brings you then to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Page of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It is having love come forward and being a student of love, exploring the passion, the power, the brilliance, and seeing where it leads you, seeing where opening your heart and guiding your soul brings you. Opening your heart and letting it guide your soul brings you. Where is it that you want to be within your life? What is it that you want within your existence? What are the new horizons that are coming your way? Was there fear around love? Was it a sense of, I don't want my past relationships to color my present one? Or is it, I don't want to be hurt or controlled or overwhelmed the way that I once was, or the way that I saw these people be. Now it's claiming your love, your passion, your power. And it's being a student every single day of waking up and being present in the power of you. All right, Aquarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a breaking away of negative energy, a raising of your positive energy as you step within the power of your voice, the might of your mind, the truth of your blessings. And you let that radiance shine everlastingly and absolutely. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius.